Okay, I'm going to try to one take this and be as concise as possible. So, the main thing I need to talk about in this video is the changes, the 10.1 changes to PvP crowd control reduction. I know that there's going to be a lot of feedback regarding these changes, and especially a lot of feedback regarding the blind sap mechanic changes. I know a lot of people are very concerned, and I want to voice my opinion and say that I think that this is a good change. Now, the past 4 years, for me at least, I've personally felt like rogues have kind of run the town in terms of class balance. Now, I'm a huge advocate for uh, all classes, and that being said, this video is actually advocating for like a rogue buff, and I'm going to explain why. So, with the 10.1 changes, SAP becomes not as impactful. Like it becomes almost useless in form because there's like a lot of abilities that can no longer be sappable. Now, I would like to see SAP be brought back into the game, and I think that there's a rewarding way to do that. And the way to do that is to actually remove the combat instance from the rest of the crowd control abilities that apply combat. Now, there are roughly 30%, maybe 40% of crowd control spells that don't apply combat and the rest do. And I think this causes a huge imbalance in the game. And this would benefit rogues significantly because with the sap or with the blind nerf being 5 seconds, and all our crowd controls being nerfed, it basically removes sap from the game. And I think that the blind change is a healthy change, and it basically disallows the rogue to do it all himself, hence run the town per se, right? And if you implement the non-combat instance format for other crowd controls, what this does is it opens up all types of compositions for rogues to play, because that was one of the things that rogues struggled in was, for instance, like a sub rogue has a difficult time like with a lot of different comps because of like the nature of the class, right? But if you implement the the combat change that I'm talking about, what happens is this opens up these compositions for the class, and it makes SAP viable again. And I believe that teamwork, you know, creating chain CC from different uh people, like different teammates, will allow, if you do that and allow Rogue to sap off of it, I think that type of playstyle is very rewarding versus like the cheesiness of, oh, full blind, full sap, I win the game, right? So we can actually move away from the full blind, full sap, I win the game, and still make sap useful if we make this change to, things like fear, psychic scream, cyclone, etc. Like things that would allow Rogue to work with their teammates and actually provide useful, you know, rewarding crowd control, and obviously not be overpowered as well. So that's all I wanted to say. I tried to be very concise. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks.